How do credit cards work? These bad boys work like magic. Seriously, if you hand one of these to someone from the 1800s, merchants will send him straight to the guillotine for trying to pay with a piece of plastic. But how do they really work? In this video, we will dive behind the scenes and explain how do they work and what happens when you use them. Let's start with what happens when you swipe it. This little strip on the back of your card is called a magnetic stripe. And in newer cards, you have an embedded chip. They hold all the important information of your credit card. Your credit card number, the expiration date, the name that is in the credit card, and also you have a secret PIN that's usually the 3 numbers that you see on the back of the credit card, which is kind of like a secret code that says, yes, this is a legit card. When you swipe or tap, that information is sent to the store's payment terminal. Think of it like handing over your card to the cashier, but instead of looking at it, the machine reads it in about 0.02 seconds. That payment terminal is connected to the internet, and it sends all your card information to something called a payment processor. This is like a middleman between the store and your bank. The payment processor says, "Hey bank, is this card legit and does it have enough money available?" Your bank gets the message and checks your account. It's like a visual bouncer saying, yes, it's a legit card and it does have money or credit available to it. It either approves or declines the transaction. If approved, your bank sends a message back to the payment processor, who then lets the store know everything is good to go. The whole thing happens in about 2 seconds. Now, what about those fancy tap and go contactless payments? You can see this symbol right here. That's near field communication at work. It's just a way of sending all that card information without swiping or inserting your card. It's faster, and honestly, it feels like you're Doctor Strange paying for your groceries. And if you're wondering why we changed from the magnetic stripe to the chip cards, it's because the chip cards are much more secure. They generate a unique code for each transaction that makes it pretty hard for any hacker or bad actor to try to steal your card information. Unlike a debit card, our credit card works on credit. This means you are borrowing money from the bank whenever you make a purchase. So instead of spending your own money immediately, the bank says, don't worry, we'll cover this for now. Just pay us back later. But of course, the bank doesn't do this out of the goodness of its heart. No, if you don't pay them back by the end of the month, they'll charge you interest, which is basically the price for your money. Interest rates on credit cards are, well...
Are you a Care Bear?
I'm an intensive Care Bear.
So it's best to pay off your balance as soon as you can. But there are perks to credit cards too. You've probably heard about reward points or cashback. It's like getting a tiny rebate every time you use a card. Some cards give you points for travel, some give you straight up cash, and others might give you cool perks like extended warranties or discounts. Another magic trick credit cards have up their sleeves is fraud detection. If someone steals your card info, starts buying Taylor Swift merch, you're not liable for that. The credit card company takes care of it. They'll freeze your account and investigate the transactions, and you usually get your money back pretty quickly. So their business is trying to make sure you overspend or do not pay on time? Sort of, but they also impose fees on merchants. When you make a purchase, the store actually pays a fee to the credit card company, which is why some small shops have a minimum purchase amount for cards. This fee usually ranges from 1.3 to 3%, and it's called a merchant fee. That's how credit card companies make their money in addition to interest from unpaid balances. And here's the kicker. If you start using your credit card responsibly, it can actually improve your credit score. Pay your bill on time, don't max out your card, and you will build a solid credit history. This can make it easier for you to get loans in the future. So the next time you swipe or tap, remember there is a whole lot of technology and magic happening behind the scenes. It's more than just a piece of plastic. It's a mini loan, a rewards generator, and a security guard all in one. You can analyze if you're responsible enough to use one, aka not spending money you don't have and paying the balance in full before interest kicks in. If not, follow Dave Ramsey's advice and
Pay them off. And of course you close them. And of course you're done with credit cards.
now that you know how credit cards work, we accept tips in the form of likes, subscribes, and shares. I'm just kidding.
Or am I?
Thank you all for watching and see you all in the next one. Ciao, ciao.